It is I, the captain of the Shit Heap Express. This is unedited raw gameplay footage of the current state of Star Citizen. In this series, I run through a specific gameplay loop to test SC's core fundamentals. This is to track the game's development, and as of recording, 4.1 was released today. For those who didn't watch the previous episode, 4.0 was phenomenal. I promised to make a video about exploring Pyro. That never happened, but let me tell you what, Pyro is spectacular. I recently played almost 7 hours straight with some friends running supply or die missions. We killed countless players, had a crew of 8 dudes, flew a Polaris and F8 Lightning. It was the coolest shit I've ever done or seen in Star Citizen. We had a complete war zone going on. A dude even attempted to hijack our Polaris mid-flight. Thankfully, our gunners disembarked and cut him down in the hallways of the ship. It was nuts. I am super hyped for this update since the game actually seems to be functional. In this video, we are going to cover character creation, spawning, getting my ship, gathering gear, space combat, dismounted combat, and then finish up with some final thoughts. Things that were impossible in prior versions. Let's see what we got in 4.1. All right, here we go, boys. We got a handsome looking lad here rather than a complete monstrosity like last time. We made it in. Upsy daisies. Beautiful. No falling through the floor, being stuck in my bed. And it has preserved my keybinds. That's fantastic. Nothing in particular stands out in the apartment of New Babbage here that looks different from what I've seen before, at least not that I can notice. Looks like the sun is setting. Door opens just fine, fantastic. Let's go ahead and position our camera for y'all. Beautiful. Oh, hey, look at that. There goes the tram. That's so cool. Now, do the elevators work? Elevator. Here it is. So far, so good. Lobby. We're moving. No abyss. Looks good. Oh man, that guy's sliding around. Now, these people are supposed to be seated or walking around doing things, and if I recall, the reason why that's not happening is because the servers are very full. There's a lot of stuff happening on the servers. Oh, yeah, did you see this guy just disappear right there? That desync? That's also a symptom of the servers being overloaded. Now, in 4.0, I did not have that rubber banding issue that we just saw right there. I did not have that issue whatsoever while playing through 4.0. With 4.1, I bet there is a huge influx of people coming in right now. So for those watching, I'd probably wait maybe a couple weeks before hopping in, just so, you know, the excitement dies down a little bit and the servers become a little bit more stable. No. Oh, thank goodness. I saw the red countdown on the on the thingy there, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to wait. No. The elevators seem to be taking their sweet time. but they're functional. Usually the elevators are the first thing to go when there's a bunch of server load. So I'm quite happy that they're working. Losing frames a little bit coming into the spaceport.
Remember, your belongings belong to you.
Welcome
Keep a
to the
careful watch
ASOC
of
vehicle
all
retrieval
items.
system.
What's going on with you? Well, that's fascinating.
Okay, delivery request was completed. I'm gonna run up over here to where you spawn the ground vehicles and see if my Mirai Pulse is still here. Sometimes during these updates, some of your ships and some of your stuff gets lost, which is very unfortunate. But looks like my stuff is still here. I didn't buy too much stuff in 4.0 because I was just too busy playing the game.
Vehicle retrieval. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been
Looking for a
delivered
good
to the
time?
following location.
Be sure to visit Orange Bar at the promenade. Only a quick ride on the metro.
Alright, the new Babbage Interstellar Spaceport elevators work this time. Was it 321? I can't remember which video it was, but I think it was 321 where I wasn't even able to get into the elevators of the spaceport here. So we've made it much, much farther than that, which is fantastic. Get our camera repositioned here. Ooh, hangar opened immediately. That's awesome. In 4.0, me and my friends had a pretty big problem where we'd be waiting in like a 400, 500 second queue. Get that landing gear up. And off we go. Frames are super smooth. Request that hangar. I heard the noise, but I did not get a notification. Oh, here we are.
Landing gear deployed.
Beautiful. Let's see if refueling works. Looks good. One of the problems that I had in 4.0 is where you come in here, you click on any of these options, and then it immediately tells you, hey, you're not landed, in order to refuel, please land, or whatever. That would always pop up, and it'd prevent you from being able to restock, so you'd have to click off and then click on, and then it'd come back up then, but it was rather annoying. I didn't have that problem this time, so that's pretty sick. Alright, let's go ahead and hop on out of this thing.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your insurance claim has been submitted. Please visit us again.
Ship storage seems to be working just fine. Port Tressler is quite notorious with their elevators breaking, so we'll see if the elevators operate as intended. Here we are. Beautiful.
Welcome to the ASOP.
Now, I've had a problem where storing the ship when it goes down that elevator thing, sometimes the ship like falls to the map and you have to reclaim it. And I've also had issues where after your ship is stored, both at like New Babbage or at a spaceport like Tressler, and when you try to retrieve it, it never retrieves. So let's see if we're able to retrieve our vehicle.
Selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following.
Okay, it says it's delivered.
Welcome.
Let's check. Looks good. Awesome. Let's head on down to the Galleria and grab some gear. Looks like the ambient bots here are also bugged, just like how they were down at New Babbage. Especially this guy. God damn. So first thing, let's head on over to the cargo center and grab some food. Because it's just a more efficient way of how to get food. That guy seems to be working right there that we just passed. These folks seem to be working just fine. Super bad lag up here. Oh, look at this. Argo ore pod. All right. Looks like we got a handful of new items up here at the cargo center. That's awesome. I think it's under MISC. Ugh. There we are. Insufficient inventory. Is there a limited amount of inventory a respective shop carries now for items? Is it my insufficient inventory, or is it Port Tressler's insufficient inventory? Let's see. Okay, I'm able to buy this. But I'm unable to buy that. That's super interesting. No way. Wow. What about this right here? I'm able to buy that. That's crazy. Interesting. That could just be a bug. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments, because I haven't read the patch notes or anything like that. But if there's a limited inventory for items, just any and all items, similar to like the commodity shop, right? In certain places or whatever, that'd actually be rather neat. Here we go with our first little taste of space combat in 4.1. Gladius.
Shields under fire.
Got some new noises of ship flying, I think is what that was. That might have been the Gladius shooting at me with something, but that sounded like a new noise. Can't say I've ever heard of that one before. Shields are down. I can't tell what ship this is right here. Is this the new Hornet? That might be the new Hornet. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. In game, at least. Get my ass beat right now. This dude is fucking tough. Where'd you go, bud? Here you are. I'm taking so much fire. Try to get some of my shields back here.
Shield down.
Oh! Didn't get those flares out fast enough. Hell yeah, dude. Alright, well, with space combat so far, bad guys aren't lagging around, they aren't completely worthless, they are indeed dangerous. So that's very, very good.
Shields online. Missile lock. Missile lock.
Guns? Guns, where are you? Why don't I have my guns?
Systems online. Aegis combat system activated. Systems
There we are.
ready.
That was strange.
Contact. Missile lock. Shields under fire. Kill. Missile lock. Shield down.
This guy is mean, bro. This guy is fucking mean.
Shields under fire. Shield down.
This guy might be bugged. There is no way. There is no way he's actually that tough. You know what? I'm just gonna disengage that guy. At least for now. Get the fuck out of this thing, dude. Yeah, was that the... That has to be the brand new Hornet. Because I don't think I've ever seen that one before. God damn, the Avenger has seen better days. Look at this thing, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, that ship is smoked. Alright. So, let's go ahead and get some of this ground combat in here. Alright, that guy did not even raise his gun. That is a bad sign. In 4.0, the AI were rather brutal. So, let's hope that is maintained. Now, it's possible that with all the server load, see how long it took for that guy to start shooting. It is very possible that with all the server usage right now from everybody coming in, it's causing FPS combat to perform hell of a lot worse. Now they're still shooting. At least there's that. Because remember in the past when there's a lot of stuff going on in the server, it was just basically impossible to do FPS missions because the dudes wouldn't even shoot back at you. Just walk the targets. Man, the recoil on this thing's insane. P4 gang for the win, boys. P4 gang for the win. That guy has no care in the world in what's going on.
I've got you cooked. Can't find out.
Now he does, I guess.
Well.
This thing is weird, dude. Now, I'm not checking these back rooms over here, like that door right there, for example, because usually in this mission, dudes don't spawn in there or even walk in there, so that's why I haven't checked those at all. Now, of course, that possibly has changed, but I'm just gonna kind of continue on with this, assuming that that hasn't changed, so. Now, I have seen them back here before.
This fight, now you're gonna feel every second. Get out of the way!
I was expecting that grenade to roll down, but that did not happen at all. Yeah, dude, this thing fucking sucks. Look at how many rounds it takes to down somebody. P4 for 100%. P4 is so much better than this thing.
I'll cover you.
Super high recoil, low damage. No bueno.
You got it.
It's possible that, like, the rate of fire is so high, not all the hits register. That is very, very possible.
You wanted this.
That was about to be
fight?
catastrophic.
Now you're gonna feel
Imagine if that door closed right when I was trying to throw that thing. Okay, the last few must be back in the hangar there. The small hangar on this thing.
I've got you covered.
Both of that guy was in the table for a second. Do you see the time to kill on this pistol? The time to kill on this pistol is significantly lower than this boy right here. That is ridiculous how a pistol outcompetes a fucking submachine gun, a rifle, etc. That's so nuts. Now, game companies often do this so somebody with a pistol can compete with somebody with a rifle, but in real life, if you got a handgun and somebody else has a fucking rifle, you're dead, bro. You're just fucking dead. 9 times out of 10 there. Handgun shooting is so fucking hard in real life. Like, you are not gonna be handling recoil or stability. Oh my god, if I can get this thing out. Here we are. You're not gonna be able to handle recoil and stability like this. It's fucking impossible. It's physically impossible to handle shit like that. So I really wish they'd make pistol recoil more realistic. Alright boys, we covered the character creation process, spawning, getting my ship, gathering gear, space combat, dismounted combat, and now we are at the final stage, which is gathering our final thoughts here. Pretty low frames overall, just because of all the people coming in, low server frames causing a bunch of issues, like bots at the airport not doing what they're supposed to be doing, but out in combat, like this mission that I just ran right here, everything does seem to be working, maybe not 100%, but it's working at a solid 80 to 90%. Ship combat is working just fine. The enemy is threatening. The enemy is lethal. They even scored a kill on me, which is awesome. Dismounted combat, obviously, you know, there's still a little bit more to be desired there. The enemy should be much more aware of what's happening around them. For example, I was 10, 15 meters away from a hostile and I was shooting his buddy, you know, I was battling all of his friends. And this dude was just kind of like standing up there, hanging out, not doing anything, which is just kind of silly. You wouldn't do that. You know, it's still a little bit more to be desired for the dismounted combat side, but the enemy was moving. They weren't rubber banding. They were shooting at me. The dismounted combat is functional. It's working. It's fun enough. Ship combat doing just fine. Haven't had any issues with purchasing items, equipping items, that type of thing. Didn't really have any issues with gathering my ship, spawning, or anything like that. So 4.1 so far looks like it's running just fine, and that's with thousands upon thousands of players flooding the servers right now because today is indeed release day of the update. That's rather impressive. Should you get back into Star Citizen? Should you download this update and get back into playing it? And I say absolutely. Appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out. If you got any comments or whatever, fucking leave them below. See you next time, fellas. Bye-bye.
Can I have a glass of water, please? Sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hope everyone's having a great day.